Hey, what is up guys, Phoenix here, and welcome to what I hope is our final part for our Gojo Satoru pixel art tutorial. So where we last left off, I think we finished the hair, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to move on to the hair, the headband, or the eye band, or whatever you want to call it, the face sash, I don't even know what to call it. But yeah, we have that, then I'm going to do the nose, the right ear, and then I have some shading to do on the jacket, and then we should be done. So let's jump right into it, just so that way I'm not wasting that much time. We're gonna go to this middle of the ear right here where we should have this 2 flat marked out. And just for your inventory as well, you might want to grab some light gray concrete or light gray wool, along with, I want to say it's a purple. I don't remember what color it is exactly. We're gonna go with blue terracotta because I think that's the darkest kind of purple that I had. But that's going to be the purple we're going to use for the jacket later. Anyways, from the 2 flat we have right here, what we're going to do is we're going to be going down and to the right from it and kind of just arching. So let's put our placement blocks to the right each time and you should be fine. We're going to go down and to the right 2 singles to start. 1, 2. Then from that second singles to this lower one right here, what I want you to do is we're going to put 3 placement blocks on top. 1, 2, 3, like so. And then we're gonna follow that up with an extra coal on top, or sorry, extra light gray concrete on top. And you can mark that to come back to later. That's gonna be for part of the where you're gonna use light gray concrete for his eyes, because technically he doesn't have eyes. It's just kind of just like you can see it through the mask. It's pretty weird, but if you can see the thumbnail, you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyways, we're gonna drop back down to the singles right here, and then we're gonna go down into the right 2 flat. Down into the right 1 single, down into the right 2 flat again, 1, 2, down into the right 1 single, down into the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. So placement block at the end, 1, 2, that's 1, and then we'll do it again, 1, 2, that's 2, placement block at the end, down into the right 8 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then from that 8 flat, we're going to start bridging back up. So we can still put our placement block on the right side each time, but if you were placing it underneath, you're going to have to put it on top now. So we're going to go up into the right 3 flat, and we're going to do that 4 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. 1, 2, 3, that's 3. And then finally, 1, 2, 3, that's 4. Perfect. From there, what we're gonna do is I want to go up and to the right from that last one, 2 flat, 1, 2. Then from that 2 flat, if we go to the left block in it, we can end up putting 3 placement blocks on top, 1, 2, 3, like so. Then we can switch over to our light gray concrete and put 1 on top. We can delete those 3 placement blocks now. And then from that light gray concrete, what we can do is put 1 to the left, like so, and 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can mark that to come back to later. That's going to be another point of shading. And we can drop back down to our 2 flat now and continue working with that. So from that 2 flat, we're going to go up into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Up into the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from that 4 flat, if we go over to the right side of it and find the second to last block, so this one right here, we can put 1 placement block underneath it. And then underneath that placement block, we can put 4 coals going straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4. From those 4 coals, we can put another placement block below it and go down into the right 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then underneath that 8 vertical, we're going to go and switch over to our placement blocks, and we're going to go down from it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 placement blocks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. After you put those 9 going straight down, we're going to put 1 coal underneath it like so. And then you can delete those 9 placement blocks. And from that 1 coal, what we're going to do is we're going to go up into the right 2 flat from it. 1, 2. Then a placement block on the end, so that way we can go up into the right 1 single. And that's the right nostril. Then we're going to backtrack to that original single again, except on the left side of it now, we're going to put 2 placement blocks to the left, 1, 2, and then a coal after that. From that new coal that's floating by itself, we're going to go up into the left 3 flat, 1, 2, 3, and then up into the left 1 single, like so. So this is looking good. So now we have the nose done. And now let's do the mouth, and then we can go back up and finish the headband. So from this single we just placed, so this one right here, that's kind of leveled out with the bottom one on the right side. We could have done the right side, but I'm going to just stick with the left side. We're going to go underneath it and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 placement blocks below it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then underneath that 7 placement block, we're going to put 1 coal. Looking good. From that 1 coal now, we're going to put 2 to the left, 1, 2, and 4 coal to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. We're then going to go to the left block in this 7 flat now that we've created and put a placement block at the end. So that way we can go down into the left 4 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up into the left 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. And then up into the left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Once you have that complete, we can go over to the right side of the 7 flat now and put a placement block at the end, because we're going to be going up into the right 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from the final block in that 6 flat, so this one all the way on the right side, we're going to put a placement block below it, and then 1 coal below that. But then we're also going to go to this last block on the 6 flat a second time and go up into the right from it 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. So you can see we're working in 2 different directions off of that same block. From the 3 flat, we're going to go up into the right 2 flat, up into the right 1 single, and then up into the right 2 flat again. 1, 2. Now we can backtrack to that 1 single we put below the final block on the 6 flat, and we're going to go to the left side of it with our coal and put 2 more blocks. 1, 2, like so. Then we're going to put a placement block to the left or bottom side, so that way we can go down into the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And then to finally finish off the facial detail, we're going to go down into the left 10 flat from that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So now we have the nose and mouth complete. We can move back up to the headband again, and yeah, we have nothing to worry about with the face anymore. It's just the headband, the ear, and then that little shading detail. So this part is pretty simple. We did most of the difficult stuff last time, thankfully. Anyways, now let's backtrack all the way to the top part of the nose where we have this 4 flat that we came down from. We've built all of this off of the second to last block, if you remember. So now we're going to go to the last block, so this final one on the right side. And we're going to put 1 placement block to the right or bottom, so that way we can go down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. Down into the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down into the right 9 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if you look at the right hand camera screen, you can easily tell that it's just following a similar pattern to the left side. So now it has to arch back up and complete the, what you want to call it, the right ear as well. So from the final block on that 9 flat, we're going to put a placement block to the top or right side and go up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the right 2 singles. 1, 2. Up into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Up into the right 2 singles. 1, 2. And if we zoom out, you can see, so we have this, it's a repeating pattern. We have 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, and we're actually gonna go up into the right 2 flat again. 1, 2, and then up into the right 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And as you can see, it met at the diagonal with the block we already had marked out for it. So you can remove that blocker, that marker block now. And let's see, do I want to do the right ear or do I want to do the headband? I think it'd be better to just finish the right ear. So we have a couple of different marker spots on the right side for the right ear. I think the best place to start would be the lowest one. So let's start from the all the way at the bottom right here. We have this 1 single down here, but we also have this 2 flat marked out. Let's go to that 2 flat. So once you're able to locate this spot, if you have the 2 flat right here, you can go up and to the right from it. So put your placement block at the end. 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 2 singles. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 vertical again. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 1 single. And then finally up and to the right, 2 vertical 4 times in a row. So placement block on top. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. And then finally 1, 2, that's 4. And let's go back now and delete these extra dirt blocks now. It's looking pretty good. It looks like we're on track to connect where we should. So let's put a placement block on top again and go up and to the right, 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Placement block. Up and to the left, 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Placement block on top. And then finally, we're just going to go up and to the left, 2 vertical. 1, 2. As you can see, it met up at the diagonal with the spot we already had waiting for it, so we can remove that placement block. And now, technically, the only one we have waiting for it in the ear section is this 1 single down here that we have marked out. And that's just part of the earlobe detail. So we're going to go and finish that up real quick, and then we can move on to the headband. So let's drop back down where we have this 1 single marked out. We can go up and to the right from it. So make sure you put your placement block accordingly. 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 2 vertical 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And then finally, if we put a placement block on top, we're going to go up and to the right, 8 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that met up at the diagonal, so we're perfectly done with both ears. Let me just give it a quick save. Shouldn't take too long. And then we're going to move on to the headband, which is going to be using the light gray concrete. So, to jump right into the headband, let's start from the left side and work our way all the way through. There should only be about 8 different sections to work on. Actually, is it 8? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sections to work on. A couple of them are only like 3 blocks long, but it should be fine. We'll work through it quickly, and then we'll move on to the collar. So we're going to start in the top left corner, actually, where we have this 2 flat marked out, and we have these 2 placement blocks on it. And we'll switch over. Let me remove the grass block arrangement in my inventory. So we'll have the grass block and the light gray concrete near each other, so that way we can build. So we can remove these placement blocks now. And from these 2 flat light gray concretes we have, we'll put a placement block at the end of each thing. And we'll go down into the right 3 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. Placement block on the end. Down into the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into the right 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down into the right 11 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And from that 11 flat, if we go to the last 5 blocks, so these final 5 on the right side, we're gonna double up and just add an extra light gray concrete to the top of each of them, like so. Then from that double up, we're going to go to the top left corner right here and put a placement block to the left or top side. And let's go up into the left 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up into the left 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the left 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. And then finally up and to the left 5 flat, followed by 2 flat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then a placement block, and then we'll finally finish it off. 1, 2. So let's go back and delete these extra placement blocks now. And if you wanted to color this in, you can just quickly just go row by row and fill in all of this with light gray concrete. It shouldn't take too long. I'm not going to do all of them, I think, because some of the other ones do take up a little bit of space. But you can just fill them in like this and you should be fine. Remember, there's going to be 9 of them. So now that we have this portion filled in, if we trace along to where we have the blocks of coal connected to it on the left side right here, we can kind of find our next objective by tracing it downward. So it connects to the wall right here, and if we go down, we have this 3 vertical, then we have this 4 vertical right here, and that's where we actually want to be. So let me just mark it. It's literally the top of the ear meeting up with the side of his face. And if we go to the second to last block from the bottom, so this one right here, so from that second to last block, we're then going to go and put 2 placement blocks to the right side of it, 1, 2, and then we're going to follow that up with 1 light gray concrete. Once you have that light gray concrete, you can go down into the right 3 flat with it, 1, 2, 3, and then down into the right 2 flat, 1, 2, and that's it for that stripe right there. Like I told you, a couple of the stripes are just ridiculously short, and you don't have to worry about them much. Anyways, let's drop down now to where we had this single that we marked earlier, and you can see it's right above the 2 singles. While we were building the mask, we left this little thing behind. So what we're going to do from here now is you can remove the placement block and then go up and to the left 1 single, up and to the left 2 flat, 1, 2, and then up and to the left 2 single, 1, 2. Perfect. That's it for that one as well. Next one, we can go towards the center of the mask where we have this 6 flat waiting for us. And what I want to do is, instead of worrying about this, let's go to the left side of it actually and put an extra 3 placement blocks to the left, 1, 2, 3, and then after that 3 light gray concrete, 1, 2, 3, and just make sure you're putting those in the same line as the light gray concrete, not with the placement block, because you see we have this placement block double layered right here. We want to make sure this is in line with the rest of the pixel art. All right, don't get confused there. Anyways, from those 3 right now that we have floating now, we're going to double up a layer above it. And then from that double layer, we're going to turn this into a 5 block by adding 1 to the left and 1 to the right. Now, if we go to that 3 flat on the bottom, we can go to the bottom left block right here and put a placement block underneath it and go down into the left 4 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down into left 6 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up into the left 4 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. Up into the left 2 flat, 1, 2. And from that 2 flat, we're going to double up by adding another block above each, like so. And then from that block above each, we're going to put 1 to the left and 1 to the right. Perfect. Now from that 1 floating on the left side, we're going to go up into the left 1 single. Oops. 1 single. There we go. Then on the right side, we're going to put a placement block underneath it or to the right side and go down into the right 12 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. And then we can fill in the gap of the mask with the light gray concrete just like this. That completes that one. So now we have officially done 4 out of 9 of them. So that's pretty good. Let's move on to the next one. What we're going to do is go back to the right side over here where we had this 5 flat that we created from the double layer. And if we go to the block all the way on the right from that 5 flat right here, so we're still not going over there. I'm talking about on the 5 flat, this one that's hanging by itself. We're going to go above it and put 6 placement blocks on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 2 light gray concrete above that. Perfect. From those 2 light gray concrete, we're going to go to the top block on it and put 3 concrete to the left. 1, 2, 3, like so. We're then going to go up into the left 3 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. Up and to the left 4 flat with the light gray concrete 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we delete, delete. Perfect. And then finally, put your placement block again, and we're going to go up and to the left 8 flat with the light gray concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And from that 8 flat, if we go to the right side of it and find the last 2 blocks, so these 2 right here, we can add an extra concrete above each of those, and then extend it over another 2 to the right. Perfect. Now that we have this 4 gap floating up right here, we're going to go to this block all the way on the right side and put a placement block on the end, so that way we can go down and to the right 9 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we're going to go down into the right 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And then finally, we're going to meet up with the wall right here by going down into the right 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So now we can fill that in, and you can see on the right hand camera screen the mask. This is supposed to look like a slit for the eyes. Like I told you, there are no eyes, but it's just going to be like these marks that overlap with the dark gray concrete that we're going to use later that create that light gray effect. So from this 6 flat now, we can remove the placement blocks from it. And what I want to do is we're going to go to the end right here and put a placement block and go up and to the right. 6 flat again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're then going to double up on that, so each block gets 1 more above it. And from that new doubled up layer, we're going to put 2 to the right. 1, 2. And then we're going to fly over to the left side and put 2 over to that side as well. 1, 2. It should be 10 in total if you did it correctly. From the 2 on the left side now, we're going to put a placement block at the end and go down into left 2 flat from it. 1, 2, like so. And you can just fill that in, and that's another one complete. So now we're officially at 6. So we only have I think it's three more or whatever, or maybe it's 10 and I miscounted, because I think we have 4 more to do. Anyways, so what we're gonna do is from this doubled up layer now, that's 10 flat at the top right here, just this top layer if you're having trouble locating it, we're gonna go to the 2 hanging off the right side, and I basically want to add another 4 pieces of placement block to the right of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, I think I missaid that. I want to add 8 placement blocks to the right of that. I think I said 4. So we're going to go to the right of it, 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I might need to rewatch when I'm editing and just make sure I said that correctly. But yeah, you can see we just have 8 more to the right. And then after that, we're going to switch to our light gray concrete and put 2 more. 1, 2. Perfect. What I also want to do from that 10 flat before we go over to that 2 over there is if we go to the first 2 blocks on the left side over here, so these 2 right here, we can then put 1 placement block above each of them, and then 1 light gray concrete above each of those, like so. And from each of those light gray concretes, what we can do is we can put 1 to the left, and then we can go to the right side of it and put 2 more. 1, 2. And then from the right side, we can go up into the right 1 single, like so. And that's it for that. Very simple. Now let's go back over to this right side over here that we had the 2 flat floating back at. And what we can do is from the left block, we can go up into the left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3, like so. Then we're gonna backtrack a bit. So we're gonna put a placement block above this right block over here and go up into the right 7 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From that 7 flat, we're then going to go up into the right 4 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 2. From that second set of 4 flats, so this top one right here, if we go to the first 3 blocks on the left side, we can add an extra piece of light gray below each of them, like so. Then what we can do is from those 3 we just added, we can put let's see. We'll go to the first block, so this one right here, and put 1 light gray concrete below it. Then from that light gray we just put below, we'll put 2 more to the left. 1, 2, like so. We'll then put a placement block after that and go down into left 2 flat, 1, 2, down into left 3 flat, 1, 2, 3, and then finally we'll put another placement block there and go down into left 2 flat, 1, 2, and this should have connected to where we started at, so you can fill it in now. Perfect. It's looking good. So now we have a couple more spots to finish. What we're gonna do is we're gonna ignore this one we just completed and go back to the other marker we just extended it from, where we had the 10 flat right here. And what I want to do is on the 10 flat, we're gonna go to the second to last block from the right side, so this one right here. And if we go above the second to last block from the right side, we can put 4 placement blocks above it, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can put 2 light gray concrete above that, 1, 2. From that 2 vertical, if we go to the top block in it, we can add an extra 2 coal to the right. And then what we're gonna do is from those 2 coal to the right we just placed, we're gonna go to the right block in it and go, sorry, I got heartburn, up and to the right 2 singles, 1, 2, up and to the right 2 flat, 1, 2, up and to the right 1 single, up and to the right 2 flat, and we're gonna do that 4 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2, 1, 2, that's 3, and then finally 1, 2, that's 4. Then we can go back now and delete these extra dirt blocks. Placement block at the end. Up and to the right 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right 2 flat, and we're gonna do that 3 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1, 1, 2, that's 2, and then finally 1, 2, that's 3. And then now from those 2 flats, if we go to the middle one, so this one right here, we can add an extra 5 pieces of light gray concrete to the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Now from there, we're going to be putting our placement block to the left or bottom each time, and we're going to go down into left 3 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, that's 1, 1, 2, 3, that's 2. Down into left 2 flat, 1, 2. And then finally down into left 7 singles, and count this carefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. And let's go and add some light gray concrete to the middle parts like so. I said I wasn't going to color these, but I've ended up colored everyone so far, so yikes. Sorry. Now for the final one, we can go to the top right corner where we already had it marked out, and you can see we have these 2 placement blocks waiting for us right here. All we're going to do from there is add another 2 pieces of light gray concrete to the left, like so. And then from those new placed blocks, we can go all the way to the end and put a placement block at the end and go down into left 5 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down into left 9 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Down into left 7 flat now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're just putting a placement block at the end each time. Hopefully that's self-explanatory. Down to left 2 flat, 1, 2. Down into left 1 single. And then from that 1 single, we're going to put an extra block underneath. And then from that extra block underneath, we're going to put 2 to the left, 1, 2, and 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. From there, we need to start bridging it towards the wall. So we're going to put a placement block on the right side and go up into the right 7 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we're going to go up into the right 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up into the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go up into the right 2 flat 3 times in a row. So placement block to the top or right side. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. And then we already had the third one waiting for us right here at the wall, so we don't have to actually add it because that was the original starting point. So now we just color all of this in, and we are done with the mask. So we can actually move on. If you wanted to color the rest of the mask right now, you'd use dark gray concrete, but we still have a little part of his jacket to do, and I'm really sorry about all the like the pauses in my voice. It's my heartburn. I keep like gasping for air. It's pretty sad. But what we can do is we could switch over to our blue terracotta, and let's head down to the left side of the jacket first off. So all the way over here on the left side. And what I want you to do is, you can see where we come up off the ground, we have this extended vertical right here. I think it's 16 vertical, and then we have this singles bridging off of it. If we go over to where we have this 2 flat starting with this first single on the left side, you can go to that 1 single and put 5 pieces of blue terracotta going right below it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this could possibly be the wrong color, guys. It could be purple possibly, but I think I worked with blue terracotta. I might have to correct myself when I'm going over the colors shortly after this, but if it is correct, you can just stick with the blue terracotta. Anyways, from here, we're gonna go down and to the right 2 vertical. Let me actually move my grass block around. 1, 2. Down and to the right, and we're gonna do 6 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 singles with the blue terracotta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thankfully, this part is very short. Down and to the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Down and to the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then finally, place and block underneath. We can go down and to the right 9 vertical, and this should touch the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. So everything to the left right here would be colored, and then we can fly over to the right side of his jacket and do a similar thing. So on the right side of his jacket, similar to that same height level, if we go up from where we started on the ground, you should eventually come up to this 7 vertical, then this 2 vertical, and then this 1 single. So let me just mark it so you can see. So right here. And if we go to the bottom block in that 2 vertical, we can put a placement block underneath it, like so. So that way we can go down into the left 3 vertical with our blue terracotta. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so that's our starting point. You can remove the placement blocks now. From that 3 vertical, we're going to be putting our placement block underneath each time. You can go down into the left 2 vertical. Down into left 2 single. 1, 2. Down into left 2 vertical again. 1, 2. Down into left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Down into left 1 single. Down into left 2 flat. Sorry. Down into left 2 flat, and we're gonna do that 4 times in a row. So placement block underneath. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. And then finally, 1, 2, that's 4. It's funny, I was coughing there for a second. What if I just like died on the mic? You guys could just hear my recording. But I mean, I couldn't upload it if I died then. This is weird. I'm gonna just keep building. From here, we're gonna go down as left 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to left 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. Down to left 2 vertical. 1, 2. And then for our final steps, we're just going to go down to left 1 single. And then placement block underneath that, so that way we can go down into left 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And touch down on the ground. Perfect. So, now you are officially done with your Satoru Gojo pixel art tutorial. You can go over the colors. If you know the colors yourself, you can just do them. But I'm going to jump into the finished build, and I'll go over the colors with you. Alright folks, so for the finished build, it's going to be a very simple color palette. We're going to be using white concrete, light gray concrete, black concrete, blue terracotta, oak planks, and birch planks. So starting over from the left side, it is blue terracotta. In fact, we're going to be filling that in. That's where I shaded it out for you guys. So on the left side, you're going to just shade this from the wall, and the same thing on the right side, from the border to the right to the wall. And you'll be done with the blue terracotta once you've done that. Then I suggest moving on to black concrete and just doing the area, this oval shape, I guess it's a half circle, between the neck and jacket with black concrete on both sides. Very easy to do. And then you can switch over to your gray concrete and then just color everything in between that and the blue terracotta with gray. And that goes all the way down here into where the jacket flap is, and then all the way onto the right side of the jacket as well. Then we can switch over into our oak planks and then do the neck. And the reason why we're doing just a darker shade there is just to cover some of the shadow effect. We don't want to go too dark. We could have probably went with a darker color, but you just want it to be a little bit darker than his skin. And we'll do the oak planks as well in the inner part of his ear. As you can see on both sides, the inner ear is oak planks, just to give it a little bit more darkness. But then the outer ear, we're going to switch to birch planks on both sides. And then the entire face is going to be birch as well. Then moving up into the blindfold, what we can do is switch over to our gray concrete. And we already outlined everything with the light gray. So you would just color in the rest of the blindfold with the gray concrete. And you're pretty much done there. And then the entirety of the hair doesn't have any shading, so we're just going to use white concrete for everything there. And there you have it. Your Satoru Gojo pixel art tutorial is complete. Make sure to pause and look at the right hand camera screen if you need to. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, be sure to like and subscribe for more pixel art content. This is Phoenix, and I'll see you guys later.